Welcome to the Cult Film Showdown, where we put the creep in Creepshow. We have reached the end of our series about the Shudder TV series Creepshow, an anthology in the Creepshow franchise. And we've got one more special episode that got called as an audible when we were picking our episodes for the season. And then we'll have another one closer to Christmas time. The episode we're talking about this week, or this episode, is Pipe Screams, and Within the Walls of Madness, which is season 2, episode 4. I am James Cotta. I am joined by Nick Boxer.
Ready to have my pipes cleaned.
And Jack Hall.
And I'll leave that for you, James, to clean those pipes. I just want to thank you for catching the fact that we had started a previous episode and we only got about 30 seconds in before you realized we weren't recording. So we didn't have to do the whole damn thing. But what I'm saying is this is already a repeat. We've already done an introduction before. And if that's the reason why you're thinking, well, the quality isn't so good because they just went through it, this is actually the quality you should expect for the anytime.
This is with rehearsal.
Yeah.
So, all right. So again, Pipe Screams is our first story. Nick, tell us what happens.
Pipe Screams, yeah. First, I got to say, this episode starts off the thing with like probably the best animated segment I've seen on any of these. Just absolutely gorgeous and a little creepy. But our story starts off where a landlord is calling in a plumber. She's played by Barbara Crampton, cult actress of superior quality. And this landlord needs the pipes in this building fixed. She calls in a plumber. Plumber comes, and he has bad news for her. Lead pipes. Well, turns out she doesn't really care. She wants it fixed clean, quick, and under the table. She kind of bullies him into the situation, and then she is out of there. Well, as it gets more into it, he has to go up into the apartments. He's greeted by a tenant, and when he's left alone in the apartment to clean her or fix her pipes, it's discovered that the problem is not only bad pipes, not only rats, it may be something deeper. He is attacked by a sludge monster living in the pipes. This sludge monster leads into an epic fight. We're talking Evil Dead levels of man fighting his own hand, fight against a sludge monster. Goes on a really long time, and it's really awesome. I was wondering what was holding on that fridge door because somehow it didn't open during that entire fight, and it really should have. But in the end, he is saved by the tenant who comes back unexpectedly, and they trap the sludge monster. So, what do you do when you've captured a sludge monster who's homicidal? Well, of course, you're going to call the person that's most evil in the world and kill her because that makes perfect sense. They round up all the tenants, have the landlady meet them in the basement, and then feed her to the sludge monster. The actress here does probably some really, like, I can't believe she did at her age. She did some of these contortions that she did, but she gets eaten by the sludge monster. That end, it was great. Spectacular performances all around it.
It is a fun one. It's the sludge monster. I just loved because it's
Its official
slush
name, by the
and
way, is Cloggy.
Cloggy.
It's on the
Nice.
cover. Cloggy. It's on the cover of the animated section, the comic book. Cloggy.
It is. It's like the kind of random sludge in your pipes, but also so much hair. Is like a giant. hairball that has taken life, uh, figuratively and literally. Uh, yeah, this is quite an episode. There's quite a story. I really enjoyed this story. It's Eric Edelstein uh, plays the plumber who they actually managed to get a little bit of character development in this like short story because they established that he and his brother had this business. His brother was a crook and uh, and is out of the picture. But that's how Barbara Crampton gets leverage, is that she's like, I find people who can't get one more bad review, uh, and then get them to do my work. So you can do this or you're done.
Yeah, they established that the plumbing business, because his deceased brother had left the business in such a bad shape that he has to basically take her crap
Yeah.
and do what she says. And this one it has this has good lineage behind it, or roots, or whatever you want to say. The writer Paul Krauss, he's mainly a novelist, but he worked with Guillermo del Toro. I can't say his name, but worked with him on the adaptation of the Shape of Water, in the Shape of Water
Oh wow.
novel, and he worked with George Romero on a Living Dead novel. So he wrote this, and the director is Joe Lynch. He did Nights of Badassdom and Mayhem with
Mm.
Stephen Yun and Samara Weaving,
Oh, I just
and
rewatched that and it's amazing. I love that
it's a
movie.
tremendous film, so damn good. And so yeah, I mean we have good creators behind it. I think you see that. Another thing that I have to mention, Barbara Crampton, is anybody on planet Earth aging better than her? She still looks just amazing. I'm not sure her actual age, but she just looks stunningly beautiful, as she always has, and she's maintaining it.
Now,
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, but she was the head-on-head scene in Reanimator. That was her,
Yep,
right?
yeah,
yep, that was her.
that is
That was her
correct.
many years ago.
Yeah, she must have been. There's no birth date listed on IMDb, but she graduated high school in 1977, so that'll give you a bit of.
Yeah, but she doesn't look like she's had work done either. She just looks naturally
Yeah,
terrific, just beautiful.
yeah, a little Botox maybe, but no, like nothing. Uh,
Not stretched tight or anything like that. No,
yeah, yeah, she doesn't look like Kenny Rogers. Uh,
no, no. Priscilla Presley was just on David Letterman, or I thought it was just her skeleton. I couldn't tell. Or not on Letterman. Sorry, Colbert. Same thing.
I was thinking. Also, I think Priscilla's dead, isn't she? Um,
No, she's not. She was just on like this week.
oh, is it her daughter? Oh, it's her daughter that passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lisa Marie passed away.
Lisa
Yeah.
Marie passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, that should never happen. Uh,
Like, I mean, she could have phoned this or phoned in a performance for this, and I never got that sense. She was committed. She added things to this nothing role. Just I
Barbara
love
Crampton, you mean?
yeah, Barbara Crampton. This I found her character interesting, and really all we needed is somebody to hate for this to work.
and she is so
Well,
awful.
again, she is awful, and the thing is, like Creepshow, usually pretty much everybody's awful. There's very few good people in creep shows, and the more awful you are, the more likely you're going to get to your comeuppance at the end. And she absolutely commits to this role. Again, it's big, it's bold, it's over the top, it's dark comedy. It gets it. She gets it. The episode, the creators got it. This is what Creepshow is in a nutshell.
Well, we actually get we get a positive character for one of the rare times that the plumber is just genuinely a nice person. He feels really
Yeah, bit
awful
of a
about what he's
putz.
doing. Yeah,
Think
but I
about
mean,
putts.
Although you do have to question the logic of gathering all your neighbors to watch somebody get eaten by a sludge monster.
they're not his neighbors.
Cloggy.
Cloggy. It's the woman that he goes into her apartment that has that
Yeah,
idea.
I'm just saying, if this death is investigated in any way, somebody's going to give somebody up.
No one's ever
I
found
don't
the.
think so. Yeah, you're right. They're going to give, somebody's going to go, you know what? I can't take it anymore, police. It was a cloggy that killed her and ate her.
And we
There,
just
and I think,
watched.
and
Yeah,
the police will
we
go,
met her
you
in
know
the
what?
basement with
Move on.
tools to kill her.
Yeah, but they didn't touch her. So
No,
I mean,
they
what
just
you
pushed her
you
down
can't
a
be.
hole.
No, they didn't push her. They didn't touch her.
They didn't touch her.
No, Cloggy did it all by himself.
And no one's going to
So I
believe
mean,
that Cloggy exists.
yeah,
And
exactly.
let's face it, this is a building with the pipes have lead in them, and it has children in the building, which is very bad for children. Apparently not for adults,
Yeah,
but for
it's
children, that's
very
one thing they
specific
established.
about
It's
that.
very bad
Yeah, it's
for children.
unnecessarily specific about that.
In the
It's bad for
modern
children.
age, are lead pipes an actual thing?
Yeah.
I mean, really? Okay, I kind of thought, Darwinian times that was a thing, but
No, they. I mean, there shouldn't be a thing. Like they should have all been replaced. But yeah, our house is getting. Our whole town gets it has a inspection coming up to make sure there's none still hidden away somewhere.
Kids have
So it
children.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
probably.
and also it's dangerous. We found out in the game Clue, lead pipes.
That's right.
Yeah.
They only had them in the library. Yeah, this was a great deal of fun for a little story. It is very it is like it feels almost like the most creep show that we had. Um, it is just a pure silly monster story. And it has some
You
great
could have fit
like
in with the first two movies, is what you're saying.
yeah, it has some great like Bruce Campbell style slapstick of Cloggy attacking the plumber, and then the plumber's like smashing his own hand against stuff, and then in an unbelievably gross moment, he degloves himself. He pulls this thing off and takes all of the skin of his hand off with it.
Yes, that was
Which
awesome.
I love that they do not treat that as a serious thing. It's more like he might as well have been cut. He's like, hey, look, I got nothing on my hand. This hurts a lot. I better wrap that up.
Yeah, put a little gauze on it, you'll be fine. Tylenol, you'll be. Oh wait, no, don't
Oh,
take
no
Tylenol.
Tylenol. No Tylenol. You get two
No, no,
problems.
not.
Then
Don't.
you get two
I forgot.
problems.
What if the plumber was pregnant? I mean, think of the consequences.
That's right.
I don't know what it is about these. But in this one, again, we have a useless bit with a cat. Just show a cat for no reason, spend some time with it, get to know its name. No payoff.
No.
Other than the
I mean, let's face it.
the
No
cat,
movie
would really should have.
since
That's not totally.
Boondock Saints. Since Boondock Saints, has there been a point in having a cat in any film? Like, you can't top that use.
I'll defend that it is not that it does have payoff. I mean, the cat is there, and then the cat gets eaten by the sludge monster, and all
Cloggy.
that's left is Cloggy, and all that's left is like the collar and the little tag that says Fluffy. But when he goes to the apartment of the woman who is like covers the rest of the story, it's her daughter's cat. So it links through all of it. I don't know how much more you needed actually. Now that I'm saying, because then it also pays off at the very end that she leaves she leaves the Fluffy's bowl for Cloggy at the end of the show, at the end of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, that's more
Okay,
character
we can keep
development than
that,
Fritz
but
the
can we
Cat got.
lose the plumber's butt crack scene?
Oh, that was classic. That was classic. Him talking about the awful things you see and then full plumber butt. She said there was some kind of hairy, gross thing that got pulled out of the sink, and and then you see his hairy back and ass popping out his
You
jeans.
can't not show a plumber's hairy back and ass if you have a
Yeah,
plumber as the lead character.
yeah. It's like Chekhov, and if you put a gun in the first act, if you've got a plumber,
Yeah,
you're gonna get
properly
plumber's
hairy
ass.
back and ass
Yeah.
has to be shown. Yeah, it was good stuff. I enjoyed this one too.
Any last bits on this one? All right. Moving on to the second half of this creep show, Within the Walls of Madness. Nick, tell us about the walls.
Oh, the wall. Well, my wall's not that great right now. I'm doing putting up some pictures, but Walls of Madness. This episode, we join a death row inmate as he's getting a new lawyer, and he's forced to tell his story. He tells the lawyer his story in exchange for TV rights. His story, how he came to be incarcerated for killing his coworkers / friends. His story takes us to what I believe is the Arctic in a research facility where they have opened a wormhole into another dimension, and a Cthulhu-like monster may or may not have come through. After he's discovered having killed one of his coworkers, because he was trying to defeat this monster somehow. It is revealed that the main research scientist is in on it. She wants to bring an end to the world through Cthulhu, I guess. Well, he decides to kill her, and of course, he's taken into to defeat this monster again. He's then taken into custody and tried for murder. He is found guilty, and as they're about to execute him, he, in exchange for his last rites, he requests to play the flute that summons the Cthulhu-like monster, which of course is a real thing that they let you do. So he plays the flute, and Cthulhu shows up and kills everyone witnessing his execution.
I love that that's the part that shook your suspension of disbelief. I mean, it is specific that instead of a last meal, he is requested to do this. So because they make it. It's not just like it happens. He says that the governor has agreed in lieu of a last meal.
Yeah, nobody said,
wait,
instead of the last meal, you want to play the tadpole-looking phallic penis object because it makes music?
Mm-hmm. I mean, unlikely, but then... but again, within the situation. Now, Jack, there's some names that are behind this one.
It's Greg Nicotero and John Esposito came up with this story. John Esposito did the screenplay or the teleplay. John Esposito, best known for working on The Walking Dead and writing a bunch of episodes of that. Greg Nicotero, if you don't know who he is, then why the hell are you listening to this show? You have no right to listen to this show. I mean, he's executive producer on Walking Dead. He's a makeup effects artist who did Dawn of the Dead, or Day of the Dead. I mean, he did Day of the Dead. He's the creator and developer of this television series. So I mean, it's obviously a story he wanted told. John Harrison is the director. He's mainly a television director and producer. Produced the 2000 Dune miniseries.
Wow.
That's one of his greatest accomplishments. So I mean, yeah, these are good. Good. He wrote and directed the miniseries as well as producing. I should mention that. the Dune miniseries. So I mean, he's
Wow.
good people behind this, and I really enjoyed this one. It's different than what we've seen in the other creep shows. Whereas the other creep shows are these dark comedies and
Hmm.
very bold and over the top, and this is more like The Thing, kind of more
Yeah.
like that tone, like claustrophobic, and very serious, and just it has a different tone than the rest of the creep shows. And it's almost out of place for a creep show. It could have been an Outer Limits, but for that reason, I liked it. It was a nice change of pace.
I would just nobody told. I think her name is Denise Crosby, Star Trek actress who played
Hmm.
our lead scientist here, because she was over the top. She was going for laughs. I thought.
I didn't think so. I didn't think so. I thought that was just. I thought she was played it pretty straight myself. What did you think, James?
Yeah, I mean, it might be a touch mustache twirly, but I mean, she's also playing someone who's. I mean, she looked into the void, and the void looked back. So she's not all there. Uh, I think it was a. I think I don't know. I think she played it big, but I didn't think it was like outsized.
Uh,
Now, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
I was just going to ask: did anyone else not get the time? Time is not constant. They kept talking about time, but there's no time being manipulated
Well,
in really.
while I did enjoy this one, this probably plays into this. I didn't 100% understand what was going on. Like the special effects were just good enough, and I enjoyed it because of the different tone. But when you talk about the time stuff, that was one of the things where I was going, I don't really get this. Like this is one that I think could have been an 80 to 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
Could have drawn it out and fleshed it out more, and it would have worked really well. The fact that they were constrained to the 20-minute time limit probably hurt it in things like that making sense.
Although it not making sense didn't hurt it at all, because this is a rip roaring ride of fun.
Oh yeah.
Lots, lots of violence, lots of monsters,
Hmm.
penis flutes.
Now in my head, you just changed my entire imagery here of what I'm going to
I
look back and see in my
I
mind's
don't know.
eye.
I don't know if I disagree about the shape of the object or worry about the shape of your penis. Um, it's like it's a triangular piece with a long tail. So I don't know. I guess yeah. See what you're gonna see. Uh, I want to acknowledge one of the performers that didn't get mentioned in Jack's. Uh, Brooke Butler, who plays the very attractive intern who's helping out, and then gets pulled to pieces,
Mm-hmm.
and our hero is blamed. Uh, lot of credits, but the ones that are the one that's most close to our heart is that she was the lead in The Sand, the movie that has never made it onto the octagon after like 10 tries by me to get it into the octagon, but now everyone's just seen it. So
We've just seen it.
she's also in a
It's an
flick called
enjoyable film. I just don't think you'll score high in the octagon.
she's also in a flick called
But
All
sure, it's fun.
Cheerleader. She's also in a flick called Cheerleaders Die. All Cheerleaders
Oh
Die, which is
yes.
quite fun. Uh,
Yeah.
so it uh, seems to me she's probably got about 10 on Tubi. So I'll put that into my add those to my impressive queue. Uh, but she was great, and I wish she had gotten more screen time again. Like if they probably, I think they could have at least done a full episode of this story, but um,
At least
maybe they
40
only had,
minutes. I think they could have gone
yeah,
80.
maybe
I
they.
really
I mean,
do. I
maybe they
think
only
they
had
could have
Denise.
done.
If I mean, maybe they only had Denise Crosby for like an afternoon. Um, the only time thing that happens like that I understood was that she talks about how like when she found this thing and she touched it, it it opened a portal, and she looked through it. And then that ties back at the very end. He opens the portal and he sees her. So he's what she saw through the portal. That said, I don't think that doesn't pay off enough for how many times they talk about what the time is. What's the phrase again they use? Time is not absolute.
Yeah, time is not
something like that.
Time
Yeah,
is something like that. They talk about time,
construct.
and it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I still haven't figured out why this research station needed to be in the Arctic.
Well, that's where the thing was. Like, I mean,
But
that's where the object was, but also that's where the movie The Thing was.
yes, both. I mean, it's like I say, I think they were trying to recreate that claustrophobic, cold, desolate feeling of that film. So,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
because it's cut between that and him in a jail cell, like, because he's telling this story from a jail cell. That's the framing device.
And I have to say, I've been complaining about the budgets on these. These two in particular, I don't think the budget showed in the least.
What the budget was.
The effects, I thought the effects were just adequate enough for what they were doing, because they were asking for some big stuff in this to create that creature, and I was enough into the episode that I was forgiving for any issues there may have been.
I think that they hid their stuff well. I mean, that's James Cameron made millions of dollars off doing that. So like, you get a few snaps of the like tentacles and stuff coming through. The portal isn't a like CG effect, but they don't go crazy with it. And the actual violent scene is done with like a strobe, so you get bits and bits and bits and bits.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt that, like we say, the Nicotero is a makeup, master, makeup and special effects master. I'm sure that helps quite a bit when they're doing stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, you can get away with a lot more if you just make it short. Like, having, like, we see her like severed arm and head, but it's like it's so brief that you've seen it and it's like, and then, but you don't have enough time to register it's a face mold, like a head mold, or it's like the blood's weird, and it's just like there and gone. But that's all you need. That's
the
how you
thing.
get scared.
You can take a watermelon or a pumpkin or whatever the hell, and run over it with a car, and act like it's a kid's head being squished, and use it in every film that you've ever done because it looks so real, and get away with it if it's fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't give them time to analyze it.
Yeah. Trauma.
This was a fun one. I thought it is like, it does have shades, so many shades of The Thing. It's like kind of beyond reference, but I love that it's kind of like the Thing, which is already a kind of like Lovecraftian story, and then makes it full Lovecraft, that like she's looking through, and it's one of the, I actually even calls them one of the old ones.
The old ones, that's what they're called.
Yeah, if the Thing and Reanimator had a premature baby, this would be it.
Probably premature. I like that you're that specific. The Thing, yeah, as premature, yeah, okay.
Well, it's smaller.
I see. It's pretty big still. It's pretty big. No, like I say, if you're watching the some episodes and you're finding the tone is always kind of the same for the creep shows, well, watch this one, and and the one before it is a nice fix, because that is typical creep show, and this is a little bit atypical, just in the tone and the feel, and it makes for a nice fresh episode. So definitely recommended.
It's good stuff. Well, we're gonna do these other couple of specials, but this is the end of the formal agenda for putting the Creep and Creep show. What's
You have a favorite?
what's your overall take, or what's your favorite?
Well, I absolutely loved. Was it Broadcast of the Dead?
Uh, Late night TV
Uh,
of the dead, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Late Night of the Dead. That was it. But actually, I hesitate to say this because it's still a little bit fresh in my mind. I really love pipe screams. I mean, that's my kind of humor, gross out humor. Um, and everything worked in it, I thought. So that was a really strong episode.
Public television of the dead is the
Okay.
correct title.
That's it.
So
Public
we had
television.
most of the words there, not necessarily in the right order.
We add it all together and play a little
Yeah,
Wordle. And
that is the episode that you can treat as part of the um, Evil Dead shared universe.
yes,
Because it
unofficial,
basically is.
official. Yeah, no, there's a lot of really interesting concepts in these, and it mixes nicely between feeling like Creepshow, occasionally feeling like the Outer Limits, and it's I don't know if I have a favorite, but I can tell you I absolutely like every episode I've enjoyed, and I can't say that of say Masters of Horror, where there was a couple where I was like,
Mhm.
that didn't really hit for me. Like I think every single episode I've enjoyed. They're just good fun. There's a reason why it has a nice cult following, both the TV show and the movie series. And I definitely recommend it. I think it's been as much fun as I've had watching stuff, probably in a long time for this podcast series.
Well, that's good to hear. What was your favorite episode we did here, or favorite story even?
Like I said, I don't know if I had a favorite story. I do appreciate there was the one, wasn't there the one, what was the one where they went back into the old films?
Night of the Living Late Show. That was the first one we did. That it was a full length
That's
story
right, the full length
with
one. Yeah,
Justin Long. Yeah.
with Justin Long. Yeah, that's okay. So that one is the one where I really appreciated the fact that how well they executed that, because that was really
Mhm.
difficult
Yeah.
to throw him into older films and you know these public domain films and integrate it properly. And I thought that was really well done. So I think that's probably, if I had to pick one, that's the most memorable one for me because it's so unique and I appreciate the artistry that they had in
Mhm.
creating it.
Yeah.
But like I also really like the one with the kid and the Universal monster type dolls and everything like that. And you know,
Mhm.
and killing his family or his evil father, which is as again kind of on message for this series. If you're a dick, don't be a dick. You're gonna die.
Model Kid was the name of that story.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were great ones. I mean, certainly public television of the dead um because it has Ted Raimi, and Raimi makes everything good. uh,
Yes.
I think like as a horror piece, Lydia Lane's Better Half, the Trisha
Mm.
Helfer story, when I think that was my favorite as like a horror piece, is where she gets stuck in the elevator with a dead body
Mhm.
that is like mostly dead.
Spoiler
I
alert.
have to give something to that one for the jump scares, but
Hmm.
I don't think I had as much fun with that one as some of the others we've mentioned.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like we had some really solid stories in this. There's none that were like a total like wah wah for us.
Yeah.
I think
Everything
maybe
was
like
was either a
yeah.
laugh or or well put together.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, dead girl named Sue, I think was also terrific.
Oh
The
yeah.
the which is like the anti-immigration story about sneaking into Canada for medicine, and then a girl's head floats around for the killing people.
That
Well,
one
that was
was
the
like a
Michael Rooker,
Japanese
wasn't it?
horror.
Was that Nick?
That was the Michael Rooker story,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, yeah. Michael
And there was
Rooker's
the
the
one which was taking place in the Night of the Living Dead universe in the 1968. You
yeah.
know, yeah, like it's just a lot of interesting concepts. Like the fact that they feel comfortable to visit other worlds and add to their stories, even if it's unofficial, is pretty cool.
And now that I look at it, actually, A Dead Girl Named Sue is the Night of the Living Dead story. Drug Traffic was the name of the one with Michael
Drug
Rooker.
traffic,
They
that's
were in
right.
the same. They were in the same episode.
The same episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, that drug traffic, that was like a Japanese horror film.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it doesn't need to make sense. It's a floating head eating people.
Yep. You're like, yeah, some weird Asian horror thing.
Yeah.
That's all you really need to know. I love
Yeah.
Asian horror for that because it's like it doesn't. It's either based on some folk legend that I don't know, or it's just based on nothing and it makes no sense and ghosts. Uh,
Exactly. Exactly. And that was the case with this one. She was sick. She was really, really sick. She couldn't get her medicine because he couldn't sneak it over the border. So her head falls off and floats around and starts eating people.
yeah,
Not a lot of logic. Like, I mean, even COVID didn't have that side effect, but it didn't matter. So it's just great fun.
yeah. Maybe long COVID. There's some wacky stuff has happened there, but
Uh,
no, I dug it. So we are going to come back for one more. We decided late in this process that we were going to do the Creepshow animated special, which has two stories: Survivor Type and Twittering from the Circus of the Dead. So we're going to come back for that one, and it also had a Christmas special. So we're going to come back to that one around Christmas. We're not sure what comes next for the Cult Film Showdown. We'll do a special post when we decide. Yeah, I've been digging this one, and if our listeners have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. We
feel
would.
free to keep them. Drop them in the comments.
You put them in the comments. We may say, oh, we've already chosen, but we'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind as the greatest thing to say.
Mr. Jim Cotta is so polite. I say, shut your mouths and accept what we're giving you and enjoy it. We know better than you.
Don't leave the table until you've had the whole podcast. Be no dessert. You had mentioned Night of the Living Late Show. If you go onto our YouTube channel, there are some shorts that I made that compare the original film to the modified one with Justin Long. That compare the Christopher Lee film. 2 or 3 scenes that I put together side by side, so you can see
Which
kind of
film
how they
was that
played with
again? I
that.
can't recall.
Oh,
Horror
I
Express.
Horror Express.
Horror
Thank you.
Express.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nick.
yeah. Great film on its own, but yeah, now it has this. Now it'll have this extra life when I watch it next time. It is one of the Cushing and Lee films, and they made 20 films together, something like that. But it is one of the ones where they actually the last couple they did, they were both in the same film, but they don't interact. But this is one of um, their versus movies, which is just the best
Always
way for
good.
those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we are the Cult Film we are the Cult Film Showdown. You can find us on YouTube. You can also drop by We Talk Podcasts something to check out the Octagon, our search for the ultimate B movie. We have a Patreon under the Cult Film Showdown, and we will be back next time with the Creepshow animated special.
Okay, you can find it at wetalkpodcasts.com. I just double checked.
Awesome. .geocities.com. I wish someone just relaunched GeoCities, like just as like the way it's just like the WordPress killer that it's take the power of WordPress and put it into a GeoCities site like you'd own the world.
Nice.
Is American Online working anywhere? Like,
I think they're just shutting it down like this week or something like that. Like it's just happening.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, there's one to explain to the millennials how the internet used to come on CDs. Happy to let that be a thing of the past. Thrilled
Yes.
that is that can fade into memory. That's fine. Kids today.
Anyways, listeners, I'm going to stop recording now because otherwise I will forget.
All right. We'll see how much I keep anyway. I keep like one little tag.